On day one, I got a late start and walked 14 miles. I started at Highway 6 and passed through Sawmill Dome and entered Tettegouche State Park and hiked by the High Falls, Mount Trudee, and the Drain Pipe before camping at Bear Lake. Welcome to the beautiful, sunny Superior Hiking Trail. That, my friends, is Lake Superior. On this hike, I'm going to be heading for about 44 miles south. I started out at section 13. I'm heading down through Tettegouche State Park, through Split Rock State Park, and into Gooseberry Falls State Park. This hike is going to be a lot of ridge walking. You're going to see a lot of Lake Superior. In last week's video, I actually was up here on Superior Hiking Trail and I went through some of my favorite overlooks, some of my favorite campsites, but on that trip it was all inland. There wasn't any Lake Superior. This section of the trail is much more difficult, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of this granite, roots, you name it. But it's beautiful out, it's sunny out. I'm about 5 miles in right now. I'm about a half a mile south of Kennedy Creek. And I knew of this beautiful overlook, so I had to stop here, have a snack. I have about 2 or 3 miles farther to go where I will get to Tettegouche State Park. I will reach the High Falls, and we will have a proper lunch there. Above the High Falls, there used to be a nice metal suspension bridge going across the river here. However, there was a huge rain event probably 4 or 5 years ago that completely washed it out, and there was another huge rain event this spring that even demolished it further. You can see over here the bridge that used to be suspended. There's all sorts of brush on it from when the water was high. You can see the metal post that it hung from. And then on this side, you can see the walkway there and another suspension. So typically you wouldn't be able to walk across this river, and the falls are right there. However, if you look up here, I'm going to be able to cross that without even getting my shoes wet. So I wouldn't advise people to think that they can do this all the time because the river is super low right now. But I took that detour last year. Yeah, it's a couple miles on, walking up a road. It kind of sucks. So we're gonna walk across the rocks here and keep on going. So the drain pipe used to be this horrible steep rock climb, hand over foot, and it was terrible. Probably about 5 or 6 years ago, they built some stairs, so it's not nearly as hard. There was some rocks to go up down there, but up here, a lot easier now. Made it up to the top of Mount Trudee. You know, it may not be climbing up a mountain pass where you're going up a couple thousand feet, but it's legit. And look at the view once you get on top here. Oh. Couple lakes over here. We'll give you another view. There's another lookout right down that way. Bear Lake. This is the most popular spot for the gram. Everybody takes their picture right here. Bear Lake, Bean Lake there in the distance. Sun setting to the right there. That breeze feels pretty good. It's pretty warm out. It's probably about 6:30. Not the most fast hiking today, but it's all right. It was a good time. I'm hoping I can get into the Bear Lake campsite. You know, there's a campsite down here next to the lake, but that's super small. I heard voices down there. There's also a campsite up on top of the hill there. Walked by there last year and it didn't. They cut down some of the trees that I used to hang my hammock on. So, if you can't find a spot there, Penn Creek is about 1.5 miles up, but it's kind of nice to walk along Bean Lake in the morning, so I'm hoping I can do that. But I'm just going to sit up here, enjoy this breeze, enjoy the sights, then make my way over to camp. No big rush. I got my hammock all set up. There's probably about 6 or 7 tents up in there. So I'm not going to do any recording up there. It's pretty late. Don't want to disrupt people if they're sleeping. But man, Bear Lake down here at dusk. Pretty spectacular sunset. On day 2, I left Bear and Bean Lakes and hiked 22 miles through Silver Bay, Beaver Bay, Faultline Creek, Chapins Ridge, and Split Rock State Park, and camped at Blueberry Hill. Good morning. Made it down to the Beaver River here. Probably about 7 miles in. Having some breakfast. Didn't sleep real well last night. I don't know why. Probably because I ate a little too late. Legs are a little more tired than I thought they'd be today after. It's 14 miles yesterday, but I guess it was a little harder than I thought. I have a big day planned for today. We'll see how that goes. But sprinkled a few times this morning. Can't decide if it's going to rain or not. Got out of camp this morning, hiked for about 10 minutes, realized I forgot my hiking poles at camp, so I had to go back and get them. But looks like it's going to be a nice day. Planning probably about 15 more miles. It's super dry up here. You saw yesterday with the Baptism River how low it was, and all the little creeks are dried up. So I'm going to fill up here. I know there's probably a couple water sources in between here and Split Rock, but even when there was a lot of water, they're kind of swampy. One's even called Beaver Pond. Don't really like drinking out of beaver ponds, so I'm just going to really camel up here. Split Rock is about 12 miles in, so going to try to get to there on this one load of water. We'll see how that goes. The Superior Hiking Trail Association is rehabbing the north or the east side of the Split Rock Loop. It goes around here. So I have to go down towards Highway 61, walk along it a little bit, and then come back up from Highway 61 and the trailhead there back to the Superior Hiking Trail and keep on hiking. Taking a little break here. Nature's air conditioning sitting next to Lake Superior that the water never goes over 50 degrees all year round. So I had to walk down that Gitchigami bike trail for just a little bit. I'm here at the trailhead for the Split Rock Loop and head north on there. I've got probably about 3.5 miles until I reach the Blueberry Hill campsite, which isn't a great campsite, but it's in the right spot. So, got to finish up some Cheetos, some beef sticks, some cookies for dessert. Living the dream. You know, the Superior Hiking Trail Association really needs to up their security for big, important people like celebrities like me, because, you know, you get hiker trash like this bugging you on the trail.
It's true.
How we doing, Caboose?
Doing good. It's a nice trail. Hot today, but nice trail.
Shane the Brain.
A little muggy, but good weather in the next couple of days.
Sam the Man.
Awesome.
So, if you don't know these guys, I've camped with them before. We just did Hot 10 Hoedown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Last time.
they're just starting their journey. They're going to be heading north for how many days?
Till Tuesday.
Tuesday.
The Highway 1.
Yep.
All right. Good luck finding water.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Back on.
All right, guys. Have a good one. I just crossed over the boundary for Split Rock State Park, so I'm no longer in the state park. But along here, it's this beautiful ridge. There's a nice breeze coming off the lake. It's nice with the sun getting to that lower angle. Temperatures are cooling down. Nice little breeze. Probably not that far to camp. So I'm just gonna enjoy what's left of the trail today. On day 3, I hiked 6 miles through Gooseberry Falls State Park. I enjoyed the lower falls and ended my hike on the shore of Lake Superior. Good morning. It's a beautiful, brisk morning. A little cooler than the last couple days. I just got done walking through a newer trail that they rebuilt here just north of Gooseberry Falls. But I'm in Gooseberry Falls State Park. The Superior Hiking Trail heads down that way. However, this way is the way down to the park office. The big waterfalls that everybody looks at. And more importantly, my car. I made it down to the main falls. That was pretty cool. So the weird part is you'd think that my hike is over because I made it to Gooseberry Falls, right? Well, the place that they make you park for overnight parking is another 1.5 miles from that building all the way down past the campsites and right down near the lake. It was a great adventure along the north shore of Lake Superior and the Superior Hiking Trail. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Do me a favor, subscribe and punch the bell notification. Also, check out Midwest Backpacker on Instagram and on Facebook. Thanks for coming along. We will see you out on the trail.